Hey guys. What?
You said, hey guys.
So?
We say hi guys.
Oh my gosh. Really? Does it matter?
We're starting over.
Hi,
Hi guys. Welcome back to Barefaced Banter.
Oh man, Anhely is one hell of a person. I'll just say that.
Miranda said hey instead of hi guys. And I immediately was like, that's not what we say. And then she
made
was
me
like,
start
she was like, wait, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, I'm dead ass serious. Start that shit over, girl. Anyways, hi. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Barefaced Banter.
Yep.
That's how I sound. That's what I'm
Yes.
supposed to say.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm scared, guys. I'm gonna give you my signal.
She's just
over
blinking
here.
in Morse code. Help me. Well, how have you been?
I've been great. How about you? You just went on a trip. How was it?
Yeah,
Another trip.
I know.
She's been leaving me.
Oh wait, I see you every week. You'll
I
be
know.
fine.
It's fine. That's enough.
But I fucking rude. I went to Seattle to see my sisters, and that was really fun. I went to a hockey game, and we definitely were bad luck because the second we went to go buy something at the store, they scored, and then we went back and they didn't make any more.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm so sorry to the Kraken for their loss because of us. The Kraken. That's
team.
the Seattle's team. Yeah.
Kraken
with a K.
Oh.
Kraken.
Okay, that's a very.
Do you get it now?
No. But
Okay.
It's okay. So you're bad luck.
Yeah.
You went to a hockey game.
The hockey people.
Oh, okay.
I don't know in general. Just the hockey people, you know?
Yeah. Totally.
Anyways, I actually have a story that I want to talk about. It's not from when we went to Seattle, but it's from when we came back from Seattle.
Okay.
So you know how on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, people will post stories from their flights of people flirting or whatever. So
no, but yeah.
You've never seen those posts?
But I also don't go on Twitter. So
okay, but you've never seen those posts of people texting about stuff happening on a flight and they're giving their friends live updates? No?
I've never seen those, but I have seen the ones with the flight attendant flirting with the passenger, but it ended up being her husband or boyfriend, and they would pass notes to each other. It was really cute.
Was that on Pornhub?
Wait, I'm sorry, what? That is a weird porno.
That sounds fake as hell.
No, it was cute. It was on Instagram.
I've never seen that one.
That
different For You pages. I say this a lot. We have different For You pages. But anyways, something that people do is they'll be on flights or whatever, and then they give their friends the live updates of what's happening basically.
Mm-hmm.
And we had one of those experiences. So the girl in front of us, it started when we were sitting waiting for our flight. The lady who's usually telling you to hey, this is Delta flight, whatever. She was like, hey, I just wanted to get on here and let you guys all know the flight's getting delayed till 8:20. And we were like, what? And she's like, anyways, yeah, so the flight's delayed. And then she grabs all her stuff and starts leaving. And I was like, what? Ma'am, what do you mean? You're just going to say that?
Leave you guys on the plane?
And there's this guy sitting, we're sitting waiting to get on the plane. Uh-huh. And the guy sitting behind us goes, did he just say our flight was canceled? Or did she just say our flight was canceled? And I was like, yeah, no, she definitely just, or delayed or whatever. And then, and so she was walking by and I was like, excuse me? And she's like, yes. And I was like, did you say that the flight was delayed for Orange County? And she's like, no, the Sacramento flight. The Sacramento flight wasn't till after us. So I don't know why the hell she was even talking to us about that flight.
Oh my god.
So she confused us already. This girl comes by. She's probably in her early 20s. Turns out her name's Jenna. We find this out later. Anyways, Jenna walks up to us. She goes, excuse me? And she was like,
with that voice,
dude, fucked, drunk. She was so drunk. Excuse me, did she just say her flight was delayed? And I was like, no. I was like, no, it's fine. It's still leaving. And she's like, what time is it leaving? And I was like, 7:30. And she was like, okay, cool. And then she's on the dude, I'm not even kidding.
Okay, cool.
She's on the phone with someone. She's like, I can still drink. Turns around, walks to the bar.
Oh, wow.
This girl's already fucked up. And so I was like, oh man, literally Zach and I were just hopefully she doesn't sit next to us. Fast forward. We're on the plane that has 2 seats and then 3 on the other side. We're on the 2, and the chances of her being the seat in front of us is insane. She's the seat in front of us and no one's sitting next to her. So she gets on and she I forgot to say this. when I told her that,
My fucking jaw.
she literally, when I told her that it was at 7:30, she was like, "Thanks, love you," and then like walked away.
To you?
Yeah, she's like, "Love you so much," and then like walked away.
Love
And I
you
was like,
too, girl.
"What the fuck?"
You're like, Zach, did you just
No,
say
literally,
she
I was
loves
like,
me?
"Hello." She gets on the plane and she goes, "Oh my god, hi!" And we were like, "Oh hey," and she's like, "I asked you that question earlier and you helped me
She
out. Remember?
recognized you.
I love you." She's like, "I love you," and I was like, "Oh, haha, yeah, you're right." And Zach apparently said I was really unapproachable because she like said it, and like I was trying to avoid, because what I didn't want is, you know, that one talkative person on the plane.
Yeah, you're like, I'm
You
just trying to
just
go to bed.
you just don't
I'm
talk to
trying to
them
sleep.
because even if they have the chance of like saying something, like you just don't want to deal with it. So you're like, okay, you're just like, yeah, whatever. So I was like avoiding contact with her.
Giving her full
She didn't
cold
care. She was
shoulder.
still like, "I love you," literally leaning
Well, she's
over the
first
seat.
of all, she has probably no social self-awareness, and she's also
so
drunk.
So she's like leaning over her seat into my seat. She's like, "I love you so much," and then gets back in her seat and starts like in front of me, and I can see her just like shaking. Mind you, I'm like trying to touch the screen, and it's like, so I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a long one. People start boarding.
How long was the flight?
This flight was 2 hours.
Oh, shit,
Like 2 hours and 30 minutes or
Thank
something.
God it wasn't a long one, but okay.
Miranda, a
It
lot happened.
felt long.
No, a lot happened. So fast forward, boarding happens. It's like taking forever. Turns out there's this dude to our right, and I'm gonna say it like this because it's genuinely so funny. Because I was texting my sister Lysandra and her husband Anthony, and we have a group text with like me, Lysandra, Anthony, and Zach.
Mhm.
So I was like, "You guys, there's this girl in front of us, and she's so drunk." So I'm like starting to give them live updates. And then there's this Indian husband and wife and I'm only saying it like this because I literally didn't catch his name, but it's this Indian couple and they're over here. And then this like guy who's like probably the same age as her sits down and he's like totally not related to these people. But this girl's so drunk. He sits there. She basically, the boarding takes so long and we're like waiting 20 minutes past when we're supposed to leave.
Mhm.
She starts playing trivia on the 2 screens
Both
in front of her.
screens.
No, I'm not even kidding. With headphones on, she's like, like singing on to like no idea what she's singing to. Zach is literally texting like, "You guys, she's singing and dancing to herself," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" She starts playing trivia on this screen and then this screen. She's like, "Oh, I beat myself again!" Like literally insane.
Actually,
I swear, I'm not making any of this up. I'm not embellishing. I actually think I'm downplaying half of this. Okay.
Oh my God.
She is literally like playing on the trivia monitors, and this guy to the right, I guess he notices her and starts playing trivia. Then the husband of the like Indian couple starts playing it on his screen as well. So she's like getting people into it. And then she literally
Wait,
like
they're playing together because don't they connect on
no,
the
no,
plane?
no. This one, it's
Oh.
Delta does, you don't get to play with other people. I
Oh, okay,
was
okay,
pretty
okay.
upset about it too.
I usually like those.
I know, those are fun. But so I guess I don't know how they catch each other's attention, but she like looks at him and he like looks at her, and then she's like, trivia, right? Like, I'm so good at trivia. Mind you, this whole time before they connect, she's like FaceTiming people like, "I'm so good at trivia. Yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday. No, I don't really want to talk to him. Yeah, see you Tuesday. I'm the best at
Just
trivia."
so obnoxious.
FaceTiming people as we're sitting on the fucking runway. Okay, her and this guy start talking, whatever, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, it looks like you were having a really good time. Like, it piqued my interest." She's like, "Haha, I'm so good at trivia," and he was like,
She just
"Haha,
keeps saying
dude,
that.
it's so
She's like a robot.
I'm so good at trivia." She
She only knows 3 lines.
legit, bro. I'm good at
I
trivia.
love you. I'm good at trivia. What's the third one?
I'm so good at trivia. No, but so they start talking, and then he says something, and she goes, "I love you," to him.
To the Indian guy?
No. Wait, no, she's talking to this white guy.
Oh.
She's talking to the
I was like, what did his wife do?
His wife punches her in the face. No.
She
Okay,
pulls out her-
Indian guy doesn't talk to her. He just is playing a lot of
He's
this.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah, he's doing the
Okay.
eyeballs. Me and him keep
Okay.
making eye contact. So like, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and we're just like, because we're just
She's like,
bystanders.
I love you. That's all of me.
And me and this Indian dude are like, so turns
dead.
out this guy's name's Lucas.
Okay.
Jenna and Lucas are talking across, and then she goes, "Are you guys all together?" Very clearly they're not.
They're
This is
not.
the whitest man in the world. He's wearing a hat with a T on it, and she goes, are you from Texas? And he goes, no, Tennessee. And she goes, oh, I just guessed because it said T. And then she goes, are you guys all together?
Her explaining it doesn't make her sound any better. Like,
but her asking if the three of them, who like very clearly don't look like they're supposed to be traveling together at all. They're not even talking to each other. The Indian dude's like this to the white guy dude. Literally. And his wife is like asleep.
Okay.
She's like, are you guys together? He's like, no. And then she's like, you should sit next to me.
Stop. She patted the fucking chair.
Legit, she goes, you should, mind you, this is the seat next to her. She's like, you should sit next to me, like leaning over the seat to talk to him. And then Zach and I are like fucking elbowing each other, like, dude, they're gonna do it. Because like we were like, oh my God, maybe this turns into one of those like love stories where they meet on a flight. Who knows? I don't know. So me and Zach are like, every time they do something, slapping each other.
She's like, I love you. Right away. Just
foreshadowing. So like 30 minutes goes by, we take off, and then we're like, at 10,000 feet or whatever. And me and Zach are in this group text with Lasandra and Anthony, like, dude, they haven't moved yet. Cause he was like, oh, okay, I will. Let us like get up there or whatever. We're like up there like 5-10 minutes, nothing. She's still playing trivia, and he's like weirdly just like busying himself. So he's like
trying to look busy.
He's literally like on the monitor, like trying to find a movie, like plugs in headphones. And I'm like, oh my God, like maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe he's pussying out. And then I guess I couldn't see it, but she was like so into her trivia games that like he couldn't say anything to her. So he was waiting for her to be done with trivia so she could like let him sit next to her. So finally Jenna tells Lucas like, sorry, I was so into my game or whatever. And he literally, I'm not even kidding you, that man got up as if he was like Usain Bolt. Literally like everything in his hands at 1 minute. And I was like, oh my God, that man is thirsty as hell to get up that quickly. And
he was waiting for the moment.
Dude, like literally.
He's like, it's my time.
I don't even know how he got from his seat to the other seat. He like teleported. And Zach and I were like, damn, he was ready. Like I thought he was like comfortable, like gonna watch a movie, literally unplugs, fucking gets in her seat. And then they're like next to each other, like, doing this. And so like I can only see in between the seats. So I'm like looking in between, like looking and listening. Mind you, I usually put my headphones on and like noise cancel. I was like, fuck this shit. I was like, I am gonna be nosy. So I was like, I'm here for the plot. And then Lasandra was like, dude, this is good for the podcast.
Oh my
Listen
God.
in and see if anything good happens.
Oh my God.
So I'm more invested. I'm like, are they gonna say something? Are they gonna kiss? Are they gonna do something? And so they start talking, whatever. Turns out they're the same age.
Okay.
He's from Tennessee. I also really hope that we put a clip out of this, and Lucas and Jenna, wherever you are, we want to know what happens to your love story.
TikTok, do your thing.
Yeah, literally. I want to find out who these people are. Anyways, they're talking,
Have you seen
whatever.
That, though, by side note, real quick, like when people
like
put
to find TikTok,
yes,
to find someone is terrifying.
It's insane.
It's terrifying.
It's insane.
Also, this is going to be a long story, so buckle the fuck in.
Okay.
Because we just started. Because they just sat next to each other. Let's not forget. We got another 2 hours to go. So I'll try to give you cliff notes. Okay. So they're sitting there talking. Turns out he's from Tennessee. He's living in Seattle. He's going to Orange County for a job interview. Okay. He's flying there for one job interview. Okay. She's from Orange County. She just came from Whistler. Okay. Mm-hmm. She's went to Whistler. He was like, oh, to ski. And she's like, I snowboard. And like, he was like, oh, like, sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. And whatever. She came from Whistler.
You heard the whole conversation.
Dude, I was the whole time, bro. I was like listening, and Zach was like so embarrassed by me because I was like, but you know what? I wasn't the only one because me and that Indian dude, once he moved, I could get a fucking straight line to me and that Indian dude. So we're like this, looking at each other. He can listen to the whole thing because he's fake playing trivia. He's like doing this and he's like looking this way at them the whole time. And I was like, this man is my spirit animal. We're the same person. He's over there taking fucking notes too. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, let me put this on my podcast.
Yeah, literally. He's just taking notes. But so she was in Whistler. She flew from Whistler to like Canada, somewhere else in Canada, to Seattle. She'd been traveling since 10 in the morning and started drinking at 10 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Jenna.
It's 8 p.m.
Dude.
That's a full day at Disney of drinking.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I would never.
So they're sitting there. They're talking about where they're from. They're both 23. Mm-hmm. And then they start playing trivia. Okay. Mind you, Turns out she's really bad at trivia.
Okay, well, obviously.
No, like really bad at trivia.
Okay.
Like 1 out of 16 good.
Oh, she's like, I'm so good.
No, literally. And it turns out Lucas is really fucking good at trivia.
Okay.
This man had like 46,000 points. He got like every question right. And he was trying to help her. And every time he would try to help her, she'd be like, no, fuck you. Shut up. Fuck you.
Like, actually say fuck you.
Legit, bro. A man she just met.
That's her third line.
Dude.
I love you. Fuck you. I'm so good at trivia.
Legit. So she's there. She's like, they're playing and she's like, ah, fuck you. Like, no. And so she's like fighting him on it or whatever. Mind you, he's like so humble and nice. Like, this man is like patient.
He's probably scared of
But
her.
you know what? I was like, red flag, because he was into the toxicity. She was fucking unhinged. And this man was like,
scared of her.
This man was like, I'm going to fucking eat this shit up. Legit didn't bat an eye at her craziness.
Oh, wow.
No, legit, when she got really competitive, she started flipping off his screen. So she's over there literally on his fucking trivia screen, flipping it off.
You're lying.
I swear on my life. She's literally like, as he's answering a question. And then he's telling her answers that are right. And she's like, fuck you. I know the answer. And then she's like, oh, you were right again. Fuck you.
He's like, yes, I love this girl.
He's like, yes, another one. Anyway, so they're playing trivia. Lucas is like, again and again, flight attendants come by. They order drinks. And he pays for the drinks. I see his Apple Pay come up, and I was trying to figure out more about this man, so obviously. So I was like, why is he going to Orange County for a fucking interview? Like, you're flying to Orange County. It's a $300 flight just to go to Orange County for a fucking interview. So I was trying to figure out, like, what does he do? Mind you, this guy's in like fucking runner shoes, like light blue denim and like a normal t-shirt and then like this fucking hat. And he's got like a curly mullet. I have photos of him actually. Fuck, I wish I sent them to you ahead of time so you could see them because it would be so much better. Okay, before Lucas moved to his new seat, he opened his Hydro Flask. And you know when you get on a flight and then the pressure changes in like in your water bottle?
Yeah.
The whole thing like jizzed all over him. He had a water stain from the top of his thigh, to the bottom of his knee. The whole thing.
I wish you got
dude, I have a picture of it. I took a picture of it. I'll put it up right here, dude.
Okay.
And while he was sitting in his seat, mind you, light blue denim, he's doing this. Like he's gonna do it. His jeans like absorbed all of the water. He's pushing the water off of his thigh like it's gonna change it. It is catastrophe. He gets over. One of the first things she said was, "Did you piss yourself?" I can't. She goes,
smooth, Jenna, smooth.
Fuck you. Did you piss yourself?
Fuck you.
And then he goes, did you call him Dennis?
Huh?
His name's Lucas.
I said Jenna. I said,
oh,
she was
I thought
like,
you
fuck
said,
you. Did you piss yourself?
Oh, I thought you said Dennis. And I was like, his name's Lucas.
I'm just renaming the characters.
Not my nose literally running at the worst time. Okay. So then they're sitting there and he's like, no, like my water bottle exploded. She's like, you peed yourself. Whatever. She's toxic.
She's brutal,
She's
dude.
toxic, dude. And then they're talking, whatever. They're playing trivia. And then she starts like leaning on him. You're him, right? Okay. Mind you, she's actually.
I'm like, okay, let me.
You're her, but in this case, she's like,
oh, stop.
She's like, oh, like up in him.
Okay.
Mind you, for the people listening, she's like putting her head on his shoulder, like nuzzling him, like leaning over. And then time goes on. We're back to the flight attendant pulls up. They're taking people's drinks. They order drinks. This man orders a red wine. She ordered, I think I heard this right. She ordered a Jack and Coke.
Suitable for her.
Something like that, because she said something and Coke, and I don't think you would get anything other
Rum
than like
Coke, Jack and
maybe
Coke.
either of those options still unhinged.
Disgusting.
Okay, you shouldn't order that on a flight. This man ordered a red wine.
That, though.
Well,
that or a vodka.
Just Kahlua.
Or just vodka straight.
She's literally just drinking the one that has sparkles in it.
Which one?
That drink that's glittery and it sparkles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
But anyways, he orders a red wine. And I was like, this man is way too sophisticated to be 23 years old. He does his little Apple Pay. He has a fucking American Express Platinum card. And I'm like, what does a 23-year-old do to have an American Express Platinum card?
Okay.
Mind you, that fucking annual fee is $750.
95, I think. $7.95.
Okay, whatever, Miranda.
I think.
Sorry, I was off by $9. Anyways,
Whatever.
What
Miranda.
is he doing with that card?
What did you ask him?
No, he's sitting in front of me. I was being nosy. I'm there just texting, taking notes so I couldn't remember everything.
Okay.
So he has this card. I'm like, what does he do? Zach thinks that he does construction because he kind of had that vibe. He has like this little like rugged vibe.
Rugged.
I don't know. I was going to say ruggedy.
Ruggedy.
I don't know. Rugged vibe.
Okay.
And he just, I don't know. And Zach was like, I think he comes from a good family and he does construction. And I was like, okay, babe, that's your guess. I don't know why this man had a fucking American Express Platinum card.
Well,
Lucas,
it's no fun if we have guesses but no answers. So, Lucas, can you find us?
Also, like, yeah, Lucas, if you're listening to this, what do you do for work? Also, did you get the job? Because we want to know. Maybe he had it today. Who knows? But so they order the drink, whatever, and they're like basically fighting, but she's not even trying to pay. She's like, no, let me pee. And he's like, no, it's fine. Let me pee. And so he like double taps, whatever. And then the flight attendant goes, chivalry isn't dead.
Winks at them?
Yes, dude.
Was it a male or a female?
Well, it's a flight attendant. She's a female flight attendant.
It could be a male.
No, I know, but
the way you answered that was very judgy, as if I asked a stupid question.
Well, because I actually realized in my head that they're both called flight attendants, and I don't know why. Flight attendant
in your head sounds female.
Maybe it's the Spanish thing. It sounds feminine.
Well, it's stewardess and steward.
Okay, so that's probably what I thought I said in my brain. Anyways, she was a stewardess.
Okay, just say flight attendant.
Yeah, female. Flight attendant. Female flight attendant. Anyways,
I don't even know why it matters, but
apparently it does to you. But anyway, so she like winks at him and she's like, chivalry isn't dead. And like winks at him or whatever. And then
stop.
And then
Natalie's like, fuck you.
I love you.
I called her Natalie. What the fuck?
Dude, at this point they have different names. Jenna, Jermaine, who knows? Anyways, so she's like, thank you, love you, whatever, right? And then he's like sipping his wine. They're still playing trivia. She's severely losing. It's getting worse as she drinks her rum and coke or whatever it is.
Okay.
And he's like sipping his drink like gingerly, like casually, like lightly. He's on a flight. He's not trying to chug it. It's red wine. You don't just glug, glug, glug.
Yeah.
So he's drinking this wine, whatever. And then she goes, drink faster.
Stop.
Stop. She's like, chug, you're playing too good. I was like, run, Lucas. Go back to the Indian dude. Mind you, the Indian dude, every time she's loud, he's like, because she was talking like very loud
obnoxious.
On the flight.
I can imagine. Yeah.
She wasn't whispering. Like she was talking like,
I can't
she
imagine
was talking like this on a flight.
Well, I can't imagine her being like, fuck you.
Well, literally. And I'm like, usually you talk like more, you're talking next to each other. And
like
you
flights
whisper.
are like, just be respectful of the people around you. She
was literally talking like, fuck you.
Like ew. Like that. I would hate my life on that flight.
So fast forward, they're drinking whatever. He takes the majority of his wine down and then he starts feeling saucy.
Ooh.
They lift up the fucking sorry, they don't lift this up yet. He literally like does one of these, right?
The arm over the shoulder. Stop.
And she's like leaning on him. Not me forcing you to do this with me.
I'm really uncomfortable.
You're just gonna have to get over it.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're like this.
Like this.
Legit.
Okay.
And then they realize how absolutely stupid it is to have the armrest. So they go. And then he's like pulls her in close. Okay. And then they're just like, whatever.
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, but then she starts doing one of these, and I'm gonna have to do it for you. Okay, you're the arm. Do the arm. You're the guy. Okay. She goes.
Stop.
Stop. She's laying down in his lap, like looking at him.
Stop,
Miranda. Also, I'm dead because this is gonna look so funny on camera. She's looking up at him, right? And she's like, whatever. Whatever it is, okay? Then something happens. I forget. I think she. Then her phone drops. Okay, you hear the fucking like of her phone.
Okay.
And then she's like, "Whatever, it's fine." She starts saying she's lost every single phone that she's ever had.
She said she's dropped every.
She's like, "I've lost every phone I've ever bought." And I'm like, this makes so much sense, Jenna. Like, this is so
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
Okay. And he's like, like realizing how toxic this is. He's like, it's getting worse.
It's good.
Okay. She's like, I've lost every phone. It's fine. Whatever. And then she goes, it's fine. And then she goes, it's funny. And then she goes, it's actually not funny. And then she keeps going
Just
back
talking
and
to herself.
No, legit. And then she's like,
like,
let me look.
malfunction.
Then she's like literally on her hands and knees on the fucking thing, right? So she's like looking up at him on the floor. She's on the floor, like
Stop.
looking for her phone.
Literally.
And then okay, I'm gonna turn this way. Okay. She sits on her seat, with her knees. And mind you, this is the headrest. I'm holding a poppy for anyone wondering. Okay. This is the headrest. She leans over and she goes, did you see my phone fall? I was like,
you're like, oh shit.
Acting like I'm not listening. I'm like, oh, your phone fell? What? So I'm like, oh, like, let me look. Mind you, I had already looked because I heard her phone fall.
Oh my God.
She didn't even realize it because she was with him, So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like going down. I'm like looking for her phone, whatever. I'm like, oh, I don't see it.
I seem like a good Samatarian.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyways, I literally say like, oh, I don't see it, whatever. She goes and I'm like, it's probably in front of you. And she's like, okay. She sits down. She's like, whatever. It's funny. And she goes, it's not funny, actually. It's funny. It's actually not funny.
What is wrong with this girl?
And he is just looking at her like, blink, blink. And he's just like, okay, well, like,
he's like, one more wrong trivia answer. I'm out. I'm out.
Literally, he's like, we'll find it. Whatever. Like, don't worry about it. Whatever. Right. Okay. Time goes on. They're still cuddly, still flirty. And then she like fucking starts. I literally was like, you guys, I think they're going to kiss. I have this weird feeling. They're getting really touchy feely. They're like all up on each other, whatever. Right. She's like on his shoulder. And then she keeps going down to look for her phone. But then she's like really
going down.
Exactly, Miranda. That's what we thought.
We're setting it up. Okay, I missed it.
Me and Zach were like, she's gonna suck his dick. And so we're just like, dude, she's gonna do it. And Zach's like, she's literally right there. So Zach's texting in the group chat like, you guys, she's literally gonna suck his dick.
This whole time I'm thinking Zach's asleep and you're just eavesdropping.
No, he's invested, dude.
Oh shit. Okay.
At this point, he's invested. The second they lifted the armrest, we were like slapping each other and shit. I literally think I have a bruise from how many times Zach and I went.
Oh shit.
Okay. So she's down there looking for her phone. And then we're like, dude, she's gonna suck his dick. She didn't suck his dick. I'll just give you the newsflash now. And so she's suspicious though. Okay. She's down there doing shit, whatever. She comes back up. And then they start cuddling again. And then she like kisses his like ear. Or like his cheek or whatever. And I was like, you guys, they're gonna kiss. So then we start betting, are they gonna make out or not? And I was like, there's no way they don't. Mind you, we're like halfway through the flight now at this point. I'm like, they're running out of time. I literally lifted the window to be like, how close are we? How much time do they have?
Oh my God.
And so they're talking, flirting, whatever. They're like feeling their booze, still playing trivia. And then they start looking for her phone, can't find it, whatever. Then they take out a notebook and she's like, I love playing this game. And then I don't know what the game is. I never found out what the game was.
Okay.
They start drawing something or whatever.
Okay.
And then she goes, I just want you to be happy. I was like, what?
To this guy?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, what is happening? She's like, don't worry about it. I just want you to be happy. Because I guess he was being like subconscious of how he was drawing. And she's like, no, like that's the whole point. Like I love doing this game. And then she literally starts saying like, yeah, like I play this with people on flights all the time. So I was like, wow, way to make him feel unspecial.
I know. I was like.
And then we start getting close to landing. Okay. They're flirting, whatever, talking. And then I think they start talking about like what they're doing after or whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, like my friend's picking me up, whatever. And then I don't know how it happens. And you can physically see Lucas like backtrack while this is happening. Cause she starts talking about some dude. And she's like, yeah, like he wants me to come over tonight.
I'm silent because I'm shocked. I'm looking at the camera, but if you're listening,
we're both just here like,
poor fucking Lucas.
So Lucas is looking at her and she's like, yeah, he wants me to come over tonight, but I don't want to. And he's like, oh,
she's like, are you going to invite me over?
Fuck you. Literally. No, but so then she's like talking about how she doesn't want to go over, whatever. Do you want to crack this poppy? I feel like you need a drink. This is my favorite. This is the cherry limeade for anyone.
Okay. Do you want me to do it?
I'm forcing.
Don't break your nail. Go ahead.
I'm forcing Miranda to try it.
Okay, let's go. Woo! Okay, now pour.
Ooh.
Fun stuff. Poppy, please sponsor us.
Poppy, please.
Poppy, please.
Poppy, please.
Poppy, please.
Okay, wait.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, duh.
I still like my Trader Joe's better.
Okay, but is there a cherry limeade? Also, there's so much dog hair on my lips. What's happening? Oh my god.
Cat hair, dog hair, whatever kind of hair.
Okay, anyway, she is now talking about some random dude to Lucas. And Lucas is
Aw,
just
poor
sitting there. I
Lucas.
know, but I was like, honestly, Lucas is a pussy.
Honestly, Lucas, you're better off
He
without
hadn't
her.
made a move yet. She was making all the moves, and I was like, dude, I respect that
He
you're
probably
like.
didn't freaking like her.
No, he definitely liked her. But I think he was like, she's drunk, and I think he's like a nice like South guy from the South.
Aw,
So
he was
he
trying
like
to be
didn't.
respectful.
Yeah, because she was like belligerently drunk.
Okay.
And so he was like just trying to be flirty, but not take advantage of her. But I also was like, Lucas, don't be a pussy. Get in there.
Okay.
Anyway. But I also like felt like her mom. So I was like, should I like stop them if something happens? And I was like, no, Anhely, don't do that. Anyways, so she's talking about this dude. She's talking about how she doesn't want to see him. And then she's like, yeah. And then I'm like seeing someone on Tuesday or whatever. So she's like talking about other options. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know how it happens. And then they just move on from it like nothing ever happened. They just kept flirting, kept talking. She kisses him on the cheek again as they're landing. And then she finds her phone and she had to announce it to me. So she goes over the seat again. And she's like, I found it. And I was like, oh my God, yay. Like, I'm so glad you did. And she's like, I knew. She's like, by the way, you remind me of my best friend. And I was like, what?
I love you.
Literally,
Again.
she did. She goes, you remind me of my best friend. I don't remember her best friend's name.
Okay.
But she was like, yeah, my best friend she does Pilates. And I was like, oh, well, it couldn't be me because I don't do Pilates. And she was like, no, like, you remind me of my best friend. Like, you literally look the same. And then she looks at Zach and she goes, you have the prettiest girl on the plane sitting next to you. You're so lucky. And Zach was like, so uncomfortable. Zach had nothing to say.
I can imagine
Zach's just looking at her like 2 plates for eyes. And literally he's like, haha, yeah, I agree. And she's like, you got lucky with this one. Like so drunk. And she's like, I love you. And then sits back down.
Dude,
Sits
this
back.
girl's wild.
Dude, this is why I had to tell you the story. And I didn't want to tell you ahead of time because I wanted your live reaction.
Okay.
Now, I have to pee like a motherfucker, but I have refused to get up because I couldn't miss a minute. Because if I walked away, I knew Zach wasn't going to keep the cliff notes like we were. So I was like, I can't get up. I have to commit to this.
You nudge the Indian man and be like, can you take notes for me while I go to the bathroom?
Again, the whole time this Indian man was looking at me, and every time they would like kiss or make an advance, he would look at me like,
no way.
We were making eye contact. I swear we were talking without talking.
Okay.
He was invested too. Anyway, we get off the flight. She finds her phone, whatever, right? We get off the flight and they start like walking together. And then they start walking like hand in hand. And then they start like skipping, walking through the airport. And Zach and I are like, dude, they're going to leave together. There's no way they don't leave together. And we were like, dude, if he doesn't invite her to his hotel, like he's an idiot. Mind you, her friend was picking her up.
Okay.
So these are our guesses because I had to pee so bad that we had to lose them. I have never ran so quickly though because I didn't want to lose them. I ran to the bathroom, pissed, washed my hands, ran back so fast that Zach hadn't even finished texting Lysandra and Anthony that I was going to the bathroom. He was like, oh my God, you went so fast. And I was like, Brooks running shoes, baby. Brooks running shoes. Because I was wearing running shoes.
Okay.
From Lysandra's company.
Also, you were just really invested.
Yes, true. I was committed to the crime. But so we lost them. But
damn.
My guess is he doesn't get the job.
Why?
I just had a feeling.
Okay.
My guess is he didn't get the job. He invited her over a day after and she ended up staying over. That's my guess.
Okay.
So Lucas and Jenna, please find us and please tell me what happened. If you know a Lucas or a Jenna that took a flight from Seattle on Sunday at 7 p.m. If you know them.
Sunday is the date of what was
Sunday
the date?
was the what's today? The 19th? So the 17th? Yeah, the 17th. St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
She flew on St. Patrick's Day.
That's
he
right.
flew on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
Out of Seattle to Orange County. If you
Find
know
us.
someone, please let me know because I need to know the tea.
Okay.
Anyways, Zach was saying that he was like, nah, Lucas definitely invited him over or invited her over it. I think he rented a car and then he ended up driving her. That's also my guess. But we
Dude.
don't know. But can you believe that shit?
The fact that we'll never know pisses me off.
I know. It's like I texted and I was like, I feel like I have blue balls. You know what I mean?
Like mental blue balls.
Yes, dude. I'm like, I literally was. It's like when you, okay,
You're like
actually,
about to find out and you're just like, fuck.
this is actually so our thoughts for thoughts today. We usually end with it, but this is actually a really good segue. It's like when you watch a TV show and then you're like, you watch a season and then it's like, oh, the next season's coming back in like fall of 2025. And you're like, ugh, dude, this is why I don't watch TV. I don't like
Yeah.
TV because if I can't see something from like season 1 to season 8 and it's done, I don't want to watch it because I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah. I
wait
don't
for
like to wait.
something.
I don't like
I
to
have to
wait.
binge the shit
No,
out of it,
same.
watch it all the way through, and then I'm done.
Same.
Otherwise, I'm not watching TV.
I'm the same way. Like,
Yeah.
I can't be like episode 1 this week and then I have to wait for the next week. Like, I'm
No.
gonna forget by that time. I'm not gonna be invested.
No.
Like, I just don't care
If
that
I can't
much.
see episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 600 all in one, I watched Bridgerton.
I don't know if I have. Oh, I love that show.
I watched Bridgerton and both seasons or whatever when they were there. Like, yeah, both seasons. I watched them, I think, in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I did not leave. Like, Zach, I was sick. So Zach brought me food. I was in bed watching Bridgerton by myself.
That's the best.
That's what I was doing the whole time.
Yeah.
Other than
I
that,
will
I don't
like
watch TV.
I will like set days to just like binge watch shows. Like, I'll have like a list of shows I need to catch up on.
She's like, okay, got that one.
Cross it off. No, but seriously, because I'm like, I don't have the time to just sit and watch TV. I really don't.
But neither of us are TV people. We also don't like watching TV.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, but I'm not like an avid TV watcher.
No, I have to text. I have a friend that I text all the time. I'm like, what's the new show that's cool right now? Because like I don't pay attention, so she'll like give me a list of shows. But she's all type of person that like loves TV and movies, and so she'll be like, this was so good, and I'm like, okay, give me your like top 3 because she's thinks everything is good. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
No, like I will watch the occasional shitty reality TV like a Bachelor or The Bachelorette if it's a good season.
You know what I started yesterday?
Love is Blind?
Yes.
Okay.
But I started on season 6 because I didn't want to like go all the way back.
Everyone's been telling me that I need to watch Love is Blind because it would be so good for us to talk about because it's juicy.
I think we should.
So
I
is
started
this our
it yesterday
pact?
with my friend. We're going to shake on it.
We're going to
start
our
left hands. It doesn't count. We have to switch.
What does that even mean, Miranda?
Right hand is more like
is more
legit. Right is right. Left is not
You're
right.
Left. You're left. But so yeah, our thoughts for thoughts was like, do you watch TV? Because we don't. And then I just thought that actually was so fitting because of what I was just talking about and how it left me with that same feeling of like, oh my God, I literally don't get to find out what happened to Lucas and Jenna. Don't get to find out.
That sucks.
Gosh. I really need to know what happened. But like they were like skipping and like having fun at the airports. I was like, dude, if these two don't end up together, like
Lucas
I don't
was
know.
plotting his escape.
I feel like Lucas needed that type of energy because he seemed like a very serious 23-year-old, and she brought out the like she's 23, like they're young as hell, like they're supposed to be having fun.
Yeah, I guess.
So I feel like that's probably why he liked her because she was like the fun side of 23, and he's like the serious, like I'm going for a job interview, I'm drinking red wine.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Girl's so unhinged, she like brings out my personality.
Exactly, like it brings out the what?
Nothing.
Why'd you give it that look?
Because I felt a hair.
Oh, it's on you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you got a lot of hairs. She be shedding. Anyways, that's my story.
I was about to drink from my microphone. I got confused for a second.
You weren't.
Malfunction.
Fuck you.
Well, anyways, I think is that the entire episode was just a story and our thoughts for thoughts.
I know, but I low-key
it was such a good story though.
I low-key feel bad, but I do think it was
bad
because it was like a long ass story.
No,
but
it was
I
good.
knew I had to tell it. Like
it
was a lot of experiences in one flight, and
it was very good.
I'm just honestly shocked that happened for 2 hours. And there's so much I'm leaving out. Like I wish I could just like scroll through my text messages. You're gonna have to
show me that damn picture.
Oh no, I'm gonna show it in this. I'm gonna blur their faces, but I'm gonna show it.
Oh, please do.
And I didn't get a picture of her, but I have a picture of him. Like, I have her leaning on him.
You didn't get a picture of her? I'm surprised.
Well, she's sitting right in front of me. Like, I tried
okay,
to,
but could you have, like,
but I'm like raising my phone and like everyone can see me raising it, like taking a picture
okay,
of
but
her.
if you had like telepathy with this Indian man, you should have just told him to take a picture.
He was like playing trivia and just like in his zone. And then every time they would like, he would like look over and like eyeballs.
He'd be like, picture, take a picture.
I'm like, take a picture.
You're like, I need this for the podcast.
Literally.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was a very eventful flight. And I'm actually going to be traveling again, not this weekend, but next weekend. So hopefully
another flight story.
This month is just our flights.
Yeah,
That's just, it's our theme. It's just
Mhm.
going to be a bunch of fucking flight stuff because
flight risks.
Yeah.
Our thoughts for thoughts was if you binge watch TV. So
Yes,
we did go over that. But if you guys have anything to say in the comments.
We did go over it.
I know. I'm saying if they want to join in on the comments.
Girl, I thought you said we didn't. And I was like, yes, we did. What are you talking about?
Just blabbing.
Just blabbing. Blabbing, blabbing,
blabbing and not listening.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well that's our episode.
Thank you for listening. And if you can please like, subscribe, rate us 5 stars.
If it's not 5, we don't want it.
She says that every time.
Because I don't want it if it's not 5.
And she means it. Likes. Oh, and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow our Instagram.
We're going to be posting clips from every episode.
We always
and
post
TikTok, even though
who
it
knows?
might be banned.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That whole thing with TikTok happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well follow us anyways, because if it goes away or if it stays, either way you'll still follow us and still see funny things. Right. But yeah, that's our episode, y'all.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.